McMurray, we're Buffalo, the rest of the world. You've tuned in to the Mac City Morning Show. I'm your host, Elliot Pierre. We're going to start today's episode off the same way we start every episode off, with a moment of gratitude. I know you could be doing a million other things with your time, and the fact that you spend it with us truly does mean the world to me, so thank you. On that note, Tanner, don't hit him with the intro, because this is the Christmas special brought to you by Fort McMurray Toyota, the beautiful people at Coldwell Banker, and the United Way. It's a give-a-thon. We're throwing a party. So myself and Tanner just left. We're doing this in a room. Coldwell, they donated this house. Thank you, Coldwell Banker. Basically, the new open house is a closed house. So although I'm working hard, I think I'm going to do a bunch of interviews today. You guys are partying next door in the VIP lounge brought to you by Fort McMurray, aka Morale Toyota. But as everybody at home knows, I do not introduce my guests because they can do a better job of that than myself. So sir, can you please tell everybody at home who you are and what you're about?
Perfect. My name is Zaine. I go by Hawley. I'm a DJ music producer for the last 5 to 10 years, whether DJing or producing. My grandfather is a reeve of the municipality of Good Life, as well as a bishop of the Ukrainian Orthodox Church. And I recently got into sales and stuff like that, so changed up from being a heavy-duty mechanic.
There you go.
So
now,
trying to gain some skills before I turn the age of 30.
There you go. That's a great introduction. So, one of the things that you're doing for us here today is your networking and you're keeping the vibe going.
Of course.
And so that's similar to what you do in DJing, it's similar to what you've done in storytelling.
Yes.
I know that you used to be a parkour. I don't know what you call it, superstar. You were sponsored
from Vitamin Water. We were 13 or so when we got sponsored. I got really into the grind mindset, and I was emailing Red Bull, Mountain Dew, like every single person, X Games and stuff like that. Vitamin Water got back to us.
Right.
So I've got bad knees from doing backflips off of people's garages and stuff like that.
I got a question about those videos because Amber was the one who showed me some. Like one of the shows you were performing at.
Okay.
She was just like, "Hey, did you know we used to do parkour? We were sponsored, and like we're crushing on the decks." And I'm just like, "What?" And so she showed it to me. How did you guys do the editing with the sound? Like, where did that come from?
That was all me. I did all the filming, all the videoing, and I also did free running in the videos. That's on the Windows Video Maker that came stock on the old big like desktop computers. Taught myself everything, and then taught myself 4D editing or whatever as well, animations to build the intro. That's early YouTube days.
Because that's exactly what it was. Like when I was looking at the content, I was just like, because it's on the camera of the day, so the quality as far as like
it was on like a little Walmart camera that I saved up from my first job.
But now that looks even cooler now, years down the road looking at it.
It's more vintage almost.
And I was just like, but you can tell like there was no blueprint really that you could look at prior to. Like you literally have to visually tell your story.
We were a pioneer. I think there was 1 or 2 other groups and like a big group that used to travel the world that inspired us, right? So I kind of used them for inspiration for the videos. And me being a part of music and stuff, I just kind of synced it up and taught myself through the years, right? So,
that was cool to see that. So then like, explain to me how you transitioned from that, because like, a lot of time people can kind of get stuck in what they're doing when they show success. And like, in theory, you could have been like, okay, this is my thing, I'm going to keep running with it. You transition out of it, and now you transition into DJing and producing. And you've had a little bit of success doing that, to say the least. So, how did you put literally your passion and what you're doing and then take the exact same formula and put it somewhere else? You've continued to do it. We'll talk about the other things you continue to, but I want to move on to the DJing component first, because like to me, music and how you guys do it is just like mind blowing.
Well, so I've always been a creative guy, right? So that's where the video editing, the graphic design, the 3D animations kind of came from, right? So that's music was kind of easy to transition to, the producing aspect, right? I had my first guitar when I was 8 years old, taught myself the piano, so all that creative energy for video making and choreography for the videos and stuff like that was easily translatable into music, right? So it's kind of where that went, and just being ambitious to trying everything, skateboarding. I would go to the skate park every day and just take photos and taught myself Photoshop and stuff like that. So
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So when it comes to the DJing, like when the music, like obviously the computer has been a huge thing for you. You've spent a lot of time.
Yeah.
When did you first get in? When I remember when I got my first computer. This is like in the 80s.
Right.
So like I'm very, and like we've spoken a lot about tech, and you're actually collaborating with my business partner right now on a AI voice.
Like receptionist, chat boxes, to help local businesses and stuff like that, kind of stuff like that.
So how did you initially like see technology and get onto this computer?
So in elementary school, my parents worked a lot, so we would go over to my grandmother's house, which is down the street from the school. She had one of those big, giant, bulky desktop computers, right? Early day YouTubes when internet was just starting.
Yeah.
And my brother and I just would play, what is that, Minefield or whatever? Ping pong, whatever, pinball or whatever. So we did that, and like the one day I taught myself the Rubik's Cube in like an hour or something when I was 10 years old on that computer, right?
Right.
It's where I learned all my video editing and stuff, and just dived into technology, I guess. But, yeah.
I want to keep going down this rabbit hole, but you said something that like you do Rubik's Cubes?
Yeah, I can probably still do it under a minute if I can remember, but yeah.
My son, Keegan, he's into everything, but one of the things that he's into is Rubik's Cubes.
Okay.
And he has all different shapes, and he has like these mind bender ones, and like, dude, he like, it's a wild thing. Once you know how to do a Rubik's Cube, like, I can't.
It's just algorithms, right? That's my claim to fame in grade 6.
Algorithms.
I was doing it behind my back too. I did it in front of the school, and that's how I made friends when I first moved to Whitecourt.
Rubik's Cubes.
Yeah.
They're amazing. And like Keegan says the same thing. I had a friend, Corey Flynn, when we were in college, Rubik's Cubes, and we would do the same thing. He'd go to a bar and somebody would like throw a Rubik's Cube. Hey! So like, when you figured it out, you went online, looked at it, and then you were just able to figure out that,
I just had a pen and paper, wrote down the algorithms, and just stared at it and just practiced it for a few hours.
And that's what people think. They're just like, oh, well, you saw it. It's just like, listen, I have looked at the videos personally and been like, okay. No, it doesn't matter. And like, it doesn't matter. You can have the code. You're just like, but then
my brain doesn't work that way.
No, and like Keegan, so the Rubik's Cube was your thing.
Yeah, for a very long time.
Interesting.
It's like my icebreaker to make new friends in middle and elementary school.
Yeah. Okay. Did you grease it up, or did you have?
Took it apart, put Vaseline in it so I could do it even faster, and then do it behind my back without looking, stuff like that. But
they're hardcore now. Like if you ever think of getting back into it, like there's different brands that you can get to that click different. You can put them apart, put them back together. Like Keegan has some that are like all one color or like different things. Oh yeah.
I've never even seen those.
Some of them are like, it looks like Star Trek, like board. Like it's not a traditional square, like jettisons out and stuff. Like oh dude, some of the Rubik's
some wacky shapes.
I have like, Keegan probably has, conservatively speaking, 12 different Rubik's Cubes kicking around the house.
Connoisseur at this point.
Oh yeah, well, same kind of thing. It helps. We were down in Vancouver Island, at the Goats on the Roof in Coombs. If you know Vancouver Island, you'll know what I'm talking about. And they have this area that just has Rubik's Cubes. And then they have these like huge Rubik's Cubes.
Just massive ones.
Yeah, so you have these kids who are like all trying to figure out the normal one, and the big one is just like the normal one, it's just scale bigger. So Keegan looks at it and he's just like, yeah, I can do this. And so then
sits there and picks it up.
Yeah, just had all the kids helping him, and then boom, and then like you said, all of a sudden like wow, and then
everyone's freaking out.
everybody's chatting, it's a thing, and he's just like, do we have to leave? I'm like, no, you're a superstar right now. Like, we got an hour plus. I'll just walk around Coombs and
have fun. Yeah.
So it is one of those things that like you can definitely get a conversation started when you know how to do a Rubik's Cube.
There you go.
Yeah. So outside of that, now you're back in Fort. Well, you're not back in Fort McMurray. You've been here a lot. Like, you're underground Fort Mac. It's official. You've come up. You've done a lot of shows. You've performed here a number of times.
Yeah.
In the hottest of hots and the coldest of colds.
Yes, sir.
So I know you very much as a DJ, but I'm interested to hear where your interest in real estate comes from, because we are sponsored by Coldwell Banker for all of our podcasts and for this very special Christmas special for the United Way. So I'm interested to hear a little bit about your interest in real estate.
Yeah, no worries. That's just growing up, I guess some of the people that I were around had those beautiful homes, right? Mm-hmm. Kind of just inspired me as well to be able to do that for myself, for my family, right? And just, I don't know what it is, just there's something inside of me that has always just had an interest for it, right? Yeah. That's I was telling you last night actually. My cousin and I, we used to get together and just for a day, just cruise around Edmonton, just look at different neighborhoods and say, oh, I like that house. I don't like that for this reason, right? Like days and days do that. But and then I had recently got into sales as well, right? So I was hired to be a real estate agent in the past, but I ended up having to move, so it never worked out. But everything is stable now. I'm back in Edmonton and back to Fort McMurray all the time. So trying to get back into that world and see what kind of education and skills that I can bring out to myself for that, right? So
very cool, because like I'm addicted to real estate. Oh, dude, you don't even know. Like I go on MLS.
No, I've read too many books on real estate.
It was my 20s. It was that's how I linked up. That's with the different brokerages in here in Coldwell from day one. Like big shout out to Chris Perkins, and then bigger shout out to Colin Hardigan. Like I can't tell you how big Colin Hardigan has been a supporter of me and my different endeavors over the years. That guy is like a G. Colin Hardigan, he really is. But so like in my 20s, like that's what I did. And now that like when me and my wife have a child, she's like, I can't take the stress of all that and raise this kid.
We're gonna relax a little.
So I don't anymore. Like but I'm still very like looking. And same like you. You drive
still in the area.
You drive through a house. Oh, open house. Let me check out. So it's how much? Well, you should have seen me. I was a problem on Vancouver Island. We spent a month there this summer. That's like at a month. Like you get comfortable in a place. So I started going looking at places. Being like, that's not. She's like, Elliot. I said no. But it's one of those things.
The law was laid down.
Exactly. But once you're in it, like and you're driving around and you're looking, like that never goes away. You can't stop.
It's never stopped. The last 10 years, 10, 15 years or something.
That's so cool, man. Now this is going to be a edgy topic to talk about on the podcast.
Okay.
I don't like to talk about it often because unfortunately the conversations go in a place where I'm not comfortable talking about it.
Okay.
But I do spend time in the crypto world, and like not a lot of people know. I have a company in that world, myself and a few individuals.
Okay.
And I don't often talk about it because most people don't talk about it on a level that I'm comfortable talking about online.
I see, yeah.
But your education and the time that you spent reading the books has been really impressive. Now, before I get you going down this rabbit hole, do I have more time to talk to him, or are we out? We're out? Oh, well, I don't talk about it on the show, so I'm not talking about the show now, but dude, I'm very interested in going down the blockchain, not crypto, the blockchain rabbit hole with you.
Yes,
same with my business partners in that space, so I was gonna give, but we ran out of time. But now before I cut you loose though, everybody gets a shameless shout out or plug. So you have the mic, the camera, the lights. Have fun.
Awesome. Again, my name is Zaine. Follow me on any social media for Zolly or Zolly Music, depending on the social media platform. I just released a song on Friday, SoundCloud exclusive, but music is on Apple Music, Spotify, all streaming services. And should be it.
Awesome. Well, Fort McMurray with Buffalo, the rest of the world, that's been another episode of the Mac City Morning Show. Big thank you to our title sponsor, Noral Toyota, as well as the beautiful people at Coldwell Banker. And once again, this is the Give-a-thon for United Way. So you're seeing the link above or below. Please, please, please get into giving spirit. Hopefully you're having a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Peace.
Hey, it's Keith Simpson here. I'm the general manager of Noral Toyota, soon to be Fort McMurray Toyota. Pretty excited for our new dealership. We're here to take care of you. Come on down and be part of our family.
Over 20 schools in our district are going to have a chance to be involved in sports. Every child is going to have a chance to play sports on a competitive level against each other schools. I think that brings about a good character. It shows kids how to succeed in learning how to win the game and making things better. And it brings coaches, families together. And Anna, where I was at Gonzaga, was Men for Others. And it seems just like we carried that on with the help of good community. And I don't think there's a kid going to be left behind. And I think it's the nicest program that a person can bring to the community, where every kid has a chance.
Print Plan started back in 2017. We wanted to be different from other print shops. Like, it's kind of corny, but we do care about our product at the end of the day. When I screen print an order, I feel like that is my canvas, right? I feel like that's like me putting out my artistic value into the world. I love the problem solving when it comes to the screen printing side of it because there's so many variables. When it all comes together, it's just music.
What a deadly old way to end another morning show. Later, boys.
It's so ballistic!
Talk about quenching your ugly thirst.